Hello YouTube, it's Kim Smith. So, I thought I'd make a little video. You know how your own yard is always the last to be mowed because, well, maybe not for everybody, but for me, it looks really bad. I was going to mow it today. I got a pretty big yard actually. But, I didn't because it said it was going to rain, and it never ended up raining. Tomorrow's supposed to be nice, so I have a few jobs that I'm going to be out on. And, man, I really do need to mow my own yard. Oh yeah, one of my bikes got stolen last week. Came outside, one of my bikes. I love to ride a bike, but I like doing it with somebody, you know, like just heading out with one of your friends or your kid and just kind of riding around town. And anyway, one of them's stolen. Every time I'm out mowing a lawn this week, I always look when somebody rides by on a bike. I'm like, it's out my bike, but it hasn't been yet. Hopefully I'll find it. Anyway, my dilemma this week is I have a partner that always goes and mows with me. Now, some of my lawns that are weekly and bi-weekly, and then I even got like 2 that can call when they need us. Basically, he'll weed eat while I push mow. And if we have a very large yard that's like, we have 2 that are acres, but they have like a fence in front and backyard. So I'll push mow like a half acre, which is because I don't have a self-propelled and I also don't have a 0 turn. All we have is riding lawnmowers, 2 that are actually working, 1 that's broke down, and we have 2 push mowers. None of them are self-propelled. I got 1 side discharge push mower and 1 mulching mower. So what I do is I'll mow their front and backyard, which is, I think on both of them, well, one's maybe like a half acre front and back, and I push mow that. And then the other one's probably like a 4th acre that's fenced in, so I push mow that. While he weed eats and then takes the rider to the remaining areas. So there's just basically 2 large yards that we have to use the rider on. I guess we could use them on our other ones, but I just push mow him while he weed eats. So this week, my partner's not going to be with me because he's going to be doing some stuff from where he's from in the lake area. So I'm going to be doing it this week alone. So I'm trying to kind of practice on my own yard the weed eating. I've done weed eating on a lot of the yards myself anyway, but it's just easier to have him do one thing while I do the other. Even when he does the rider, I'll cut in. Like, I'll make about a lap 3 times with the push mowers. That way he can take the rider just up and back in strips. Instead of doing like a perimeter mow, he'll just do straight lines. But I always cut in with the push mowers. And then I push mow like the actual yard. So a lot of my yards are just push mowing anyway. But the problem that I'm going to face is if he's not here this week, then I won't be able to get this push mower out of this riding lawnmower out of the truck. I can't actually. He's got these ramps, and what he does is he sets the ramps up at the edge of the truck bed, and then he drives the mower in reverse down the truck, and then he drives it in forward up the truck when we're done with the job with these ramps. And since I don't know how to do that without some major problem happening or occurring, I'm just going to be push mowing both of the acres, or both of our accounts that are over an acre. But I'm going to leave the rider in the truck, and I'm going to act like that I'm going to use it if they are there. Usually they're not even there. But what I've noticed is if you try to push a large yard, the person will kind of comment like, whoa, you're not going to push mow all that, are you? Well, it's only going to be for a week. So yes, I am going to push mow it all this week on my own. Even if it is over an acre, I'm just going to take breaks. They're usually not there. But, I mean, if anybody has any suggestions of maybe an easier way to get this riding lawnmower in and out of the back of this truck, to where I can do it, because I'm not going to probably be able to do it on those 2 little ramps. I have a hard enough time putting these push mowers up and down on the truck. I just basically, I just lift them up and, with my own 2 arms, and I put them in there. And I take them out that way. And that's hard enough for me. I need to actually maybe get ramps just for those. Because I don't know, that it can become pretty hard sometimes. You get a lot of bumps and bruises, but whatever. I mean, I'll still do that. I just kind of think, is there any other options? Should I call the places and say, hey, the person that, my partner's going to be out of town, or should I do what I plan on doing? And since they're usually not home when I'm cutting anyway, just go ahead and spend the day doing it on my own just for the week. Push mowing without them knowing, since they won't be there. So, yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing this week. It'll be hard maybe, but I kind of got a tolerance built up over the summer from what I have done so far, and I'll just weed it myself. I tried to weed eat my own yard. I've been weed eating a lot of the yards anyway. Sometimes I'll take on a whole yard when it's in town by myself, and I just push mow and weed eat on my own. I did try an edge. I tried to edge my sidewalk because I don't have an edger, and I really, really want one.